Hello and welcome back to Touch Football. And Lionel Messi has just completed football, and in my head, the Ronaldo versus Messi debate is officially over. I already thought it was Messi, but now he's won the World Cup, it's clearly Messi. Ronaldo fans always said, oh, Messi hasn't done much at international level, but now he's won Copa America, he's won the Philomeliza, and now he's won the prestige tournament, the World Cup, with Argentina. And Argentinian squad, by the way, which was nowhere near one of the best of the tournament. Brazil, France, England all definitely had better squads. You can even argue Portugal had a better squad than that Argentina team. And honestly, just what a game that was. 3-3, then a penalty shootout, and it was absolutely mental. But first up, what I can't fathom from this game is that a Brighton and Hove Albion player has just won the World Cup for Argentina. It doesn't make sense because McAllister's a weird case anyway. He's got Scottish and Irish heritage, but he's playing for Argentina, which is a bit out there. It's a bit weird. But Brighton fans, I'm just going to say, enjoy him while you can. See, he's a quality player. He actually got an assist in the World Cup final too, which is ridiculous. And if you can't keep him for long, you're going to get a big chunk of money for him. So Brighton, enjoy McAllister while you can. But first up, Lionel Messi is the GOAT. He's the best of all time. 2 goals in the final, a pre-assist for the other goal, played a big part in it. And what a play he is. He's got to be the best of all time now. There's no other way around it. And this final was all about Lionel Messi. Obviously, you had Mbappe up there at the other end who had his moments. But honestly, for me, Argentina were the clear deserving team in that final. I mean, they were the dominant team most of the game. Maybe 20-25 minutes, France were the better team throughout the game as a whole. But honestly, France were poor. They were lackluster. There were reports of a bug going around, a virus maybe corona going around their camp, which, I mean, if it was that, it did clearly have a big effect on the players. But overall, France just didn't look that good. They looked really poor. Obviously, Ousmane Dembele had an absolute stinker, which led to him getting taken off 40 minutes in. And after that, Kolo Muani, the substitute, did look very good. Thuram didn't see much from him, so he had to replace Giroud, who was injured. But Kolo Muani did look really good, to be fair to him. And Deschamps, after going 2-0 down, he definitely did what he could to get his team back into that 3-3 in the end. And Mbappe got his World Cup hat-trick to become, I think, tied a record with Pele. I think it's Pele, I'm not too sure. But he's the second ever player to score a World Cup hat-trick. 2 penalties, another decent goal, and honestly, fair play Mbappe. I mean, the second goal, the finish was beautiful. But he couldn't do enough to help France win. And honestly, that game was sort of the story France the whole World Cup, at least the knockout stage. Because France, they weren't brilliant in all the knockout stage games, but they still managed to get through because of the sheer amount of quality, and mainly Mbappe. And Mbappe did almost pull them through again. However, in the end, he just couldn't do enough by himself against an Argentina team that was fully pulled together, fully fighting for each other. They were just, like, the first half especially, they were absolutely ridiculous. Like, that team, the way they were playing in the first half could have beaten anyone on their day. And the first half was a brilliant, brilliant thing to watch. It was so exciting. I loved watching it. The second half, it did get a bit boring as Argentina more looked to defend their lead instead of keep attacking France. And it got a bit more boring. But eventually, France with Mbappe, quick fire double, got 2 goals back. And honestly, Argentina just looked very tired at the end of that second half where they conceded both goals. It was really sloppy defending for those 2 goals. But then, extra time, Lionel Messi creates the goal for himself, getting it back off Martinez, I think, after his rebounded shot, and puts it in the net. And then another bit of Mbappe playing, then slots the penalty one in the net, and that's what you expect from Mbappe. He was incredibly composed with the penalties, though he took 3, and Martinez did go the right way 3 times. He just couldn't get enough on it, so it shows you just how good those penalties were. Anyway, individual players in that game. McAllister looked really good. Di Maria shocked me because he hadn't really played the earlier games. He started in the group where Argentina weren't really looking that good. And then the group stages, the knockouts, he was only used as a sub. But in the final, he started and he looked so good for that first bit. He obviously won the penalty, which most people would say it's a bit dubious, but it wasn't a clear and obvious error by the ref. And it was a soft, very soft penalty. So that's why it was given. So he won the penalty, got an assist. No, he got a goal, then. Then after that, he was taken off, and he was probably the best player in that entire first half on the pitch. Obviously, Messi did score the penalty and played a part in the other goal, but Di Maria was probably the best on the pitch in that first half. McAllister had another good game for Argentina. De Paul looked really good in the first half. Not too much seen of him in the second half, but overall it was a big team performance from Argentina, and it was clearly a team doing it for one man, Lionel Messi. They were clearly pulling together to try and win the World Cup for the greatest player of all time, and they have done it. Messi did play a huge part himself, obviously, and he's put himself in the history books and has got to go down as the best of all time now. Anyway, that is my match reaction for France 3, Argentina 3, Argentina 1 on penalties. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.